So Pottery Barn has this really cool white mirror with like this white background, and I just love the look of it. I knew that I could recreate this. So I grabbed a piece of white foam board from Dollar Tree. I also had one of their black circle mirrors already on hand. They sell these at Dollar Tree. So I'm gonna remove the mirror portion out of the frame, and then I'm gonna paint the frame with 2 coats of white spray paint. Then I used a straight edge and traced out where I wanted to cut. Next, I decided to use the X-Acto knife that they have in the craft section at Dollar Tree for this project. And I will say it did cut really well. I was able to cut the foam board with 2 cuts. Now, sometimes when you cut foam board, it's not perfect on the edges. So I went back in with just a little piece of sandpaper and I sanded it down until it looked, exactly the way I needed it to look. Next, I'm going to assemble my mirror. Then I'll add some hot glue to the back of the mirror and put it onto my foam board. And here's a look at how the mirror looks styled. Did you guys know that I am on TikTok at Fenwick DIY? I post some of my DIYs there in short form, so go follow me if you're over on TikTok. Pottery Barn has a wide selection of colorful vases. I picked up 2 of the larger vases that they had at Dollar Tree. I also picked up a canvas from Dollar Tree and then a 12 by 12 canvas from Walmart. One of my favorite things to do are these paint pour techniques. I just think they're so fun. And I thought this would be a great excuse to try out some of the Dollar Tree paints. So I grabbed a wide variety of paints in blues, greens, whites, black. They didn't have a gold, so I used a gold that I had on hand. And then I think I also had a yellow. To start this project, you're going to take your vase and you're going to put it onto your canvas. Now, you're supposed to put a cup underneath your vase, which I messed up on the first one, but I remembered to do it on the second one. That way you can easily move your vase, which I didn't do very well. So you're going to put your vase upside down on your canvas. Next, you're going to take your paints and put them into a cup, and you're just going to alternate the colors. From there, you're going to start at the top of your vase and begin pouring them down your vase. Now, you need to make sure you have enough paint so it's going to cover completely. With one of mine, I actually had to go back in and add additional paint, but that's okay. Now, give that a chance to run down. Once your vase is totally covered, you can move your vase off of your canvas. That's going to leave your canvas with a ton of paint. So then it's fun to move your canvas around and make a piece of wall art from your canvas. So it's kind of like a 2-in-1 type of project, which I think is fun. So I did this with a smaller canvas as well as the 12 by 12. Now I actually kind of messed up the 12 by 12 a little bit. I kind of fudged it, and so I wasn't really happy with the 12 by 12, but the smaller frame turned out really well. Now you want to let these sit overnight and dry because they're still going to be dripping off excess paint. Then the next day I'll actually come in and move the piece and let it dry again for another day. It's probably going to need a good 24 hours for everything to completely dry. Here's a look at how these fun vases and the canvas turned out. On Pottery Barn's website, they also had this beautiful black collection of glassware that I thought was so beautiful, but also knew that we could recreate it. At Dollar Tree, I grabbed some of the black glassware that they already had on hand. They had a soap container, a thing for toothbrushes, and then the little container for your soap. And then I also found a tray in the party section that I knew I could update. So I took the tray outside and I spray painted it with 2 coats of a black spray paint. Once that had a chance to dry, all I did was add the bathroom accessories, and this was so inexpensive and so easy to do. Hey guys, I'm Liz and you're watching my second DIY channel where I post daily DIY videos. You may be familiar with my main channel, Liz Fenwick DIY, but I'm glad that you found me over here on my second channel. Make sure that you're subscribed so you just get notified every day when I post our daily DIY video.